Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is going to be the 13th video on NextJS tutorial, and we have already created a NextJS website, and we have learned how to deploy it in the live server on Vercel. So today in this video we are going to learn about how to connect the Next.js application with database, and we will learn some CRUD operations like create a data, read it, and delete it and update it. So for that, we are going to use MongoDB as our database, and we can use MongoDB online. That would be MongoDB Atlas. So for MongoDB, we are going to use a third-party dependency that is called Mongoose, that we are going to use as a bridge between our Next.js application and the database. So what exactly happens is, let me just explain you it in a better way. So let's suppose this is our Next.js application, uh, Next.js app, and we have our MongoDB database. So this is our MongoDB database. So what happened is, let me just give you a simple example. Whenever we go to a restaurant, we when we order something, the waiter takes the order and he goes to the head chef, and head chef then looks into his inventory and look for the dish that you have ordered, and then he sent it through the waiter and get it delivered to your table. So that's how, like, I mean, the Mongoose is the bridge, or you can say the waiter that acts as a bridge between the Next.js app and the MongoDB. So whatever request you will take, the user will put on the front end, the Mongoose will take it to the database, and it will return with the requested data. So it's the Mongoose, and it's a third-party dependency that we are going to install. So let's go ahead, and first we will learn how to create an account on MongoDB. So it's very simple. You just need to go to mongodb.com, and in mongodb.com you need to create your account. So here you can sign in for free, and I have already signed up, so I'm not going to do it again. So you click here on start free. So I'm just going to sign in, not sign up. And here I have already created an account on MongoDB. It's free of cost. If it says you don't have an account, just sign up here. You can click here and do the sign up thing. And I'm just going to log into the MongoDB Atlas. And over here, we'll go to database. So it says build a cluster. We need to create a cluster here first. So don't get confused by the name, guys. Cluster is nothing but it's a group of databases. So a group of databases is called cluster in MongoDB. And one thing you might come across, you might come across a problem over here. So you can just simply go to the network access, and let me just tell you that whenever you will sign up in the MongoDB portal, then it will fetch your current IP address, and it will in the IP access list, it will put your current IP address here, so that whenever you will be accessing the database through your network, then only it will access the database. Otherwise you will not be able to access the database. For that, in order to access the database from anywhere in the world, you just need to put 0.0.0 dot slash 0. That's your that's the universal, or you can say the default IP address, and it says MongoDB to provide data if anyone is trying to access it from any location. Let me just show you. So when you put an IP address, it says add, either you can click here on add current IP address, or however, if you will select this option, then it will then you will only be able to access the database from this IP. But if you want your application, your Next.js application, to access the database from anywhere in the world, you need to click here, allow access from anywhere, and just confirm it. I'm telling you this thing because whenever you will sign up for the MongoDB account, it will by default put your current IP address here instead of this one. Now let's go to the database. So what we need to do is we need to build a cluster. So you will automatically get an option to build a cluster on very first sign up. I have already created an account over here and I have deleted the previous cluster. That is why I'm doing it this way. So over here, we are not going to use any paid services. We are using the free service. And let's say the cluster name is cluster 0. And the provider we are going to use is AWS. And let's select the server. It's let it be Mumbai. And we'll just create the deployment and wait for some time. Okay, so it's asking to verify the bicycles, this one. Now we have created the cluster. Now it says connect to your application. So for that, we will go to drivers, and in drivers, we will select Node.js because guys, we do not have any option for Next.js over here because Next.js is a framework, it's a Node.js framework. So Next.js runs on the Node.js runtime library. So we will just select Node.js, and we won't make any changes over here. Just keep it intact. And then we don't need to run this command. Instead, we'll just go ahead and simply, copy this URL. We'll copy this URL and we'll go to our Visual Studio, and on the base directory, we will create a file by the name .env .local, or you can just skip it, .env. That's not a problem. And inside .env, we will write we will write this URL. This is a connection URL. So we'll write mongo URL equals to this. And guys, do remember that on the .env file, we don't use any kind of inverted commas, double quotes or single quotes or anything like that. So the variable will be declared in uppercase and followed by an equal sign, and then followed by the link. And over here, we'll need to make some changes. So first of all, we'll need to get the password. We'll need to get the database password here. For that, we'll just go to, let's see, database access, and over here, edit. So edit the password, auto generate, and show. So this is the password we are going to use. So instead of this, we will write our password over here, and we'll write update user. So user is updated. Now we'll go to database, and we can see cluster. So I think we can check the configuration here as well. Edit configuration. All right. Let's cancel it. Now just view all clusters, and here in order to go to the databases, we'll just click on browse collections, and we have already we are already done with this connect part. All right, we have got the connection URL, so we'll close it and we'll go to browse collections. So these are the sample databases that is given by MongoDB. So we won't do anything over here. We'll just delete this data. All right, now what we will do is, since we have got the password, now we'll write a database name. So whatever you want to keep, I'm just writing, so you need to put the database name just between this forward slash and the question mark. So you can see in this URL, you just need to write it here in between the forward slash and the question mark. So let's say the database name is MyAppDB. So this is the MongoDB URL we are going to MongoDB URL that we are going to use. And now we'll just close this file. First of all, we are going to create the connection between the between our NextJS application and the MongoDB database. For that, we will just inside the src, we will create a new file. So we'll create a folder by the name db connect. Inside this, we will create db connect.js, and here we'll write export async function connect, and we'll use try catch function. Let's say error connecting to the database. Now here we'll write Mongoose, and we will import Mongoose. So since we have not installed the Mongoose dependency, so we'll first do that. So we are going to the terminal, and here we'll write npm I mongoose. All right, so we are done with the installation. Now we'll write Mongoose, and we will import it. So import Mongoose from Mongoose and dot connect, and we will use our MongoDB URL that we have configured in the .env file. So in order to access this variable, we need, so whatever variable we have in .env file, we need to access it by writing process.env dot and then the variable name, that is Mongo URL. And we can let's we can check this out. Const connection is equal to mongoose dot connection, and we'll return connection and we can check it out. So let's create a file inside our app directory by the name page.jsx, export default function home, and here we'll write return. So const, and since this is an async function, we are going to make it export default async function, and we'll create const con is equals to await connect, and we'll import the connect from db connect, and we'll just try to log our database. I mean, we'll just try to log the con variable and see what we get. So here you can see the database is connected. Look, it says app name cluster 0, credentials, Mongo credentials, compressor, connection, connect timeout, DB name. So we are successfully connected with our MongoDB. Now we'll just remove each and everything from here. And we'll also remove this thing. Now, since we are connected to our database, now we'll just close this file. And in order to create a new data, what we will do is, so I think that would be all for in this video. So we have learned about how to connect with the database, and we have created the connection here. Now we will create a database schema in the next video, and then we'll work on the CRUD operations. So that's all for today, guys. Thank you and have a nice day.